I could think while watching this was, oh my God, she's so talented. Oh my God, she's so talented. Just what a performance. Wow, she was so expressive and believable and interesting to watch. And I loved the whole concept of her fighting and resisting and this push and pull with her other self. And then the beautiful, beautiful bathtub scene where she kind of transitions into this dark room with her mother. And it was so emotional, and I got emotional right with her. And then she came out, and then her younger self, and they were dancing together, and it was perfect, and it was so beautiful and fun to watch. And I felt like the creative vision behind this was so strong and so well executed. Um, just great job, great job. It just had all of the elements. Felt like it started off kind of creepy, like who's in the house? What is this shadowy figure? And why isn't she as afraid of it as we think that she might be? And I think there's so many like symbolic meanings that you can take from this, but all in all, fantastic job. Loved watching it. So talented.
There was so much range in this piece, you know, in storytelling and also stylistically with the dance. I think you did a great job of using musicality and expression to, you know, convey the story of a woman like fighting with this dark side with herself and going back and memories of happier times and dealing with her own struggles currently. I think you do a great job with framing this hazy state over past, you know, memories. But I really want to commend you for that first scene, really right off the bat, almost Peter Pan like with the shadow, and using those angles and comparing that to when she's doing almost like tutting with her hands and telling it to get out. There was like a real story and it was kind of playful, and it really just told everything you needed to know about how the rest of the piece was going to go. It was done so well. And really that's what a good dance does. It tells a story. You see it's not just tricks, and it really is just a really beautiful movement.
The lead girl in this, really good. Not only can she dance, she has very specific movements. In a living room setting, and just it's very detailed, and also she has the emotions to go along with it. She's an actress and dancer all in one. I think it's very expressive. The dance moves and movements, just every movement was so precise and expressive, and really interesting. I've never seen anything like this. The other dancers and actors, the little girl, the mother, were so good as well. Just there's so many things about this. Like I said, it's award winning. The choreography, amazing, very detailed, and so good. The directing, the the setting, I really liked the setting and the stairs, and just gosh, there's so many things. That's why I'm hesitating. Just the emotion that was depicted by this dance, and the directing and the editing. The editing was so good in this. Everything was so freaking specific. The story itself, I just felt like there was this girl struggling with her inner demons about her mother's death, and it was like she had to finally put herself in her mother's shoes and go there and sit in the bath and kind of imagine where she was coming from and what she went through, and the dance with her and the mom. It was just heartbreaking. Like, I hope this wasn't somebody's personal experience, but if it was just heartbreaking, and so well done. Just so amazingly done. And the little girl kind of, I love that little girl had the ballerina outfit on, the tutu, and it was like she was taking care of herself, you know, with the brushing of her own hair, and it just made me sad, but I thought that it was so well spelt out and so well told, the story visually, and I loved that they incorporated the actual sound of her coughing after she came up out of the bath. Just the music was amazing. Everything about this just was so well done. All of it fit really well together to go on this journey. But without that lead actress, I mean, honestly, she was so good. I just feel like it could have gone, good, but not as excellent. I mean, she really put so much into this as far as her talents go.
Very powerful. For one, the music was booming with emotion. You could feel it with every swell of the music. And without saying a word, it does a very good job of telling us a story. You can see the internal battle that's going on within them. Well, within the main dancer, and at first you question whether the narrative is reliable, but then you start to realize that we're slowly going down the rabbit hole as reality becomes more warped and twisted. And I feel like the transition was very seamless and it felt natural, which was very impressive. All in all, this was a very powerful film.
I like this special effects on this film. It is quite dramatic and expressive without any words. It has quite an intense choreography and very nice setup. It has this special touch about going about your day and lots of different interactions happening around you. This nostalgia about someone that might not be there anymore, and the whole mirroring of herself. It is just very deep.
Did a very good job of telling a good story with very few words and very interesting dancing. I think the central dancer did a great job, especially if she's very good at expressing emotion with her face and her eyes, especially. And yeah, I think she did a great job, and so did the other dancers. And the use of like a shadow dancer, that was very interesting and done very well, and I definitely liked that a lot.
In-depth look and creative look with a clever twist on mental illness. We certainly spend a lot of time fighting with ourselves, and this film showed it in a way where the main character was fighting with herself through childhood issues after the death of her mom. And it showed it in a great way where she was under a lot of stress, and you could see it through the dance. She was incredibly worn out and tired, and you could see it where she needed her hand held, as people with mental illness sometimes do when it gets really, really bad. And in this case, she was, through her other alter ego, was making it force through herself.